Yeah, so basically what you've got going right now is you've got a roster in your hand. You don't have a depth chart, but based on your knowledge of the personnel, based on what you hear from other writers and what you've gathered, you got a pretty good idea how the depth chart would look right now going into fall camp.
Yeah, and if we want to, start with the offensive line, we got to talk to Zach Zinter, who's going to be a sophomore this year, kind of a freshman if you count the free year. I think he's a lock to start at probably the right guard spot. He took that over due to injuries last year as a true freshman and looked really good. Then he got hurt himself. There was tons of injuries, but Zach Zinter is a big body, might be the strongest guy on the team, and he's only, 19 years old. So I think that's huge. And he said next to him at the right tackle spot is Andrew Stuber, another experienced guy who could play guard or tackle. We saw him at a little bit of both last year, but with Jalen Mayfield moving on, probably will take over that right tackle spot. And then he said Andrew Vastardis, the sixth-year senior who decided to come back, is next to him at center, which I think is big to have, a veteran there. I do like some of the young guys they have as well and think that could be a battle going forward into the summer and fall camp. You never know how it's going to shake out. Sometimes, especially on the offensive line, you hear about, guys in spring that are standing out, but in the fall, they kind of separate themselves. They've been in pads, though, and, I think that's big, obviously, for the offensive line to show what they can do there. It's not like they're just in T-shirts and shorts. A lot of hitting this year from what we hear. And then I think the left side is going to be very interesting on the offensive line. You have a number of options there. Chuck Filiaga is another fifth-year guy who's at left guard and started last year. I thought he struggled quite a bit, but has some experience there. Trevor Keegan could play there in his third year with the program. And then left tackle actually is going to be a pretty big battle, I think, between Ryan Hayes, who has the more experience, and Carson Barnhart, who took over for Hayes when he got hurt last year and then never really gave the job back when Hayes was back available. So I will say this about the offensive line. It was, really ascending under Ed Warner. I think Sharon Moore has a lot to work with now that he's taken it over, and also the co-coordinator job. So that is certainly interesting.